So I think we are live now. So hello students and welcome back to BankExamsToday.com. So as a lot of students actually requested me to, sir, please do a proper session for Central Bank of India. So few vacancies are there for credit officer, for financial analyst, but risk managers. But still, I'm doing this course because a lot of my students, ex-students, actually requested me because they are very interested in this course. So Central Bank of India SO class, really useful for all the posts that are there in that notification. So let's start the today's session, but let me check if everything is working properly because this is a live session. Okay, so let me just check and then we'll start. Okay, give me one moment. Give me a moment. Here is YouTube. Once it's if I say it's working fine, yeah, it's working fine. So let me just share this video to Telegram. Students, you can follow me on Telegram. The name of the channel is Bank Exams Today, and it is the link is available in the description. So anyway, today I'm going to share 10 important questions. And yes, we have already started the Central Bank of India SO course. The team Bank Exams Today has prepared it. We are covering the complete syllabus. I have already prepared a proper video for this exam. The link to that video is also available in the description. I'll be doing proper doubt clearing sessions. There will be proper test, video classes, notes will be there in that course. Proper worksheets will be there. And you can access the course via desktop or mobile application. And these are useful for all the posts. Especially for the risk and the credit officer specialist, the professional knowledge of stream exams. For IT officers, I don't have the stream exam study materials. You can call me or WhatsApp me 906720100. That's my WhatsApp number. Link to the course is available in the description. All the links are available in the description. Let's move on to the question number 1. The bank credit to registered NBFC for on lending will be eligible for classification as priority sector subject to conditions. The term lending component of agriculture, the limit is 10 lakh per borrower. For MSME, what is the limit? See student, what NBFC, what is the job of NBFC? They take the loans from that commercial banks and other financial institutions, and then they are giving the loans to that farmers and to people like you and me, right? So for term lending, what is the limit? What is this? This is what on lending is. What is the limit? For agriculture, this is 10 lakh. What is the limit for the MSC? What is the limit for medium and small enterprises? What is the limit? So this is a circular by RBI. So really, really important. So I hope now the video is working properly. So I think it's working properly now. The video was buffering, but now it's okay. So what is the limit for the MSE? What is the limit for MSE? For agriculture, it is 10 lakh. For MSE, it is 20 lakh. And for housing, it is 20 lakh again. Okay. So 10 lakh for agriculture, for 20 lakh for MSE, and 20 lakh for housing. These are the three limits. Okay. And these loans would be considered under priority sector. Okay. So a loan to be considered under priority sector. So priority sector, I'll do a proper lecture on priority sector. That is really important for this exam. So a loan, bank give the money to NBFC, and now the NBFC is giving loan to the agriculture, to the MSC, and to the housing. There is a limit. There is a limit on the value of loan that would be considered as a priority sector loan. For agriculture, that is 10 lakh. For MSC, for 20 lakh, and housing is it's up to 10 lakh. It is a priority that would be considered as priority sector lending. So very, very important. So minimum credit rating requirement to issue a commercial paper. What is the minimum credit rating requirement to issue a commercial paper? What is the minimum credit rating in credit rating? What is the minimum credit rating requirement for the issue of commercial papers? That is what? That is A2. The minimum credit rating requirement for that issue of commercial paper is A2, and the credit rating should be done by the CRISIL, ICRA, CARE or Fitch or such organization specified by the Reserve Bank of India, and it should be A2. If it is A2, then they are eligible. Okay. So relaxation for additional, see student, whenever you make an online payment, there is two-factor authentication is there, right? Two-factor authentication is there. The maximum value where you can make payment without the authentication, without getting the OTP that you get without doing that verification, that is 2000 rupee. Up to 2000 rupee there is no need for authentication. Okay. So in gold monetization, in the gold monetization scheme, when you deposit your gold to the government or to the banks, and the government is using those funds, right? In the gold monetization scheme, how the government, how the banks, they evaluate their on which rate is used by them to evaluate the gold. So it is the London AM fixing. Okay, so what is London AM fixing? Basically, the London's 5 biggest bullion banks, right? They establish a common transaction price, right? So that's what, and they do it twice a day. So in the morning and in the evening. So in the morning it is known as the London AM fix. In the evening it is known as a London PM fixing. Okay. So what is the last date to obtain the legal entity identifier? So as of now, suppose you want to make a transaction in India, you need a PAN, right? That's your identification. But in case of international transaction, there is no such number. To track the money laundering and money laundering, basically, the legal entity identifier that has been set up, it is a kind of a identifier, legal entity identifier. So RBI has made it mandatory. So if the net worth of that company or legal entity, who's not an actual person, if it is up to 1000 crore, the deadline is 31st of December. So even if it is up to, let's say, it is between 200 crores and if it is beyond 200 crores, anyway, the deadline is 31st of December 2019. So if it is up to 200 crores or 2000 million rupees, the deadline is 31st of March 2020. So deadline is 31st of March 2020. So if it is above 1000 crore, it is 31st of December 2019. Okay, anyway. So A is the correct answer. The sum of all exposures value of a bank to a single counterparty, that is a PMC case. Okay, so large exposure framework. This is that circular large exposure framework. So that's really important. A bank can see, let's say there is IDBI bank, there is a IDBI or whatever, there is IDBI bank. Let's say they have 10,000 crore rupees. At max, they can give 2,000 crore rupee of loan to one single party. Let's say they want to give loan to Reliance Industries. The maximum loan that they can give is 2,000 crore. Beyond that, they cannot give loan to the Reliance Industry or any other single entity. If it is a group of companies, that limit is 25% or let's say 2,500 crore. So that's what happened in PMC. They gave like they had like 8,000 crore and they gave like 6,200 crore to a single party. So that was against the large exposure framework. So the maximum limit is 20%, but in case of group of companies, it is 25%. So minimum holding period requirement. What is minimum holding period requirement? See student, there is NBFC, right? They takes the loan from the banks. They take the loans from the bank. These are generally short-term loans, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year loans. And they are NBFCs and HFC. They are giving the loans to that people like you and me who are taking a housing loan for 20 years, 25 years, 15 years, right? So there is an asset liability management. How they can actually pay the banks, how they can service the loans, right? So that's really difficult for them. So what they do is they just pool these loans. They just pool these loans and sell these loans to some third parties, some financial institution or banks or whatever. So they just sell these loans to the third parties, right? So that is known as securitization. But RBI has some rules regarding this. They don't want NBFCs to become salesmen, right? To a sales agency. No, they are not sales agencies, right? So some of these loans that you have pooled, you need to retain some of these loans, right? And before selling them, you need to collect some installments. So before selling them, you need to obtain some installment. These are 6 monthly installment. Before selling them, you need to retain a loan for 6 months. You need to service the loans for 6 months. So either you get like 6 monthly installments or 2 quarterly installment you need to collect before selling that off, right? So the minimum holding requirement is 20%. You need to retain, the NBFC need to retain 20%. 80% they can pool it and sell it to third party. That is known as securitization. Okay. It used to be 12 installment, but now it is 6. Okay, so that's really important. As per latest circular on priority sector, what is the sanction limit for classification of export credit under priority sector lending? So under the priority sector lending, students, under the priority sector lending, if somebody, if an NBFC, if a bank is giving a loan, right, to an exporter, up to a certain limit, that credit would be considered as priority sector. So what is that limit for exporters? So that used to be 25 crore, but now it has been increased to 40 crores, right? And there is no upper limit on the units turnover. There used to be like if the turnover is beyond 100 crore of that unit, you cannot give like priority sector loan to that particular export unit. But now that limit has been removed. So 40 crore is the correct answer. Question number 9, as per RBI's latest circular, what is bulk deposit? Whenever you go to a bank for FDs, fixed deposit, there are two rate of returns are mentioned. One for smaller deposit, like one up to 1 crore, one beyond 1 crore. That is bulk deposit. That is a limit for bulk deposit. Recently, that limit has been increased to 2 crore. So 2 crore is the correct answer. Okay. And for RRBs, for regional rural banks, this limit is 15 lakh rupees. For scheduled commercial banks and small finance banks, it is 2 crore. And for RRBs, this is 15 lakh rupees. Okay, they can give different rate of interest for these two deposit, the value of deposits. So there is a limit on the tenure of external concurrent auditors. There is a limit on that, right? So the same person can the limit is 5 years on the continuous basis. The same person cannot be the concurrent auditor for more than 5 years. And there is an age limit for the retired staff engaged as a concurrent auditor, and that age is limited to 70 years. And the same person cannot be continued to be a concurrent auditor at the same branch or same location for more than 3 years. So limit of 3 years at the same branch and 5 years at the same bank with the bank, and the age limit is 70 years. So that was quite easy. Today's lecture was quite easy, and this complete syllabus, I'm going to make the syllabus really easy for you. And trust me, it's really easy to crack this exam. There are not many students, but still I'm teaching few students, like 5 or 6 students here. You can ask your doubts anytime, right? I have already given my WhatsApp number. Whenever there is a doubt in your mind, you can always ask your doubt and I'm going to answer it. I'm going to cover the complete syllabus. I'm going to complete all the topics of RBI circulars. I'm going to complete the financial management, the capital budgeting, ratio analysis, such topics I'm going to complete. I'm going to complete the current affairs related to the finance industry. So I'm going to complete each and every topic. Even the computer awareness, I have provided the complete notes for that. There will be doubt clearing sessions. And this course, you can go to BankExamsToday.com, BankExamsToday.com, and you can get the complete course for that. All the links are available in the description. You can also install the Bank Exams Today mobile application, and you can access the complete course for the mobile application as well. So that's all for today. I hope you liked the today's session. If there is any doubt in your mind, you can ask your doubts anytime in the comment section, or you can actually WhatsApp me anytime and I'm going to answer all your doubts. So that's all for today, students. Thank you and have a very nice day. Bye.